You've probably heard of Megalodon and how it was the largest and most fearsome shark to ever exist. But did you know that throughout the course of history, there have been many more huge species that are equally scary, if not more? There are countless movies out there about how absolutely terrifying sharks are. These films tap into the deep fear that a lot of people have about these monstrous creatures. The largest living shark is over 40 feet long. To put that into context, that's the size of about 7 Lebrons. If you continue watching this video, get ready to have nightmares about some horrifying and humongous sharks for the next few nights, because today we're talking about 10 of the biggest ones to ever exist. Let's dive in. Number 10. These sharks seal the deal. The great white shark is also known as the white death or white pointer. It's almost a mythological creature at this point because of its reputation. In the past, humans have deemed it to be a cold and calculating man-eater, delighting in our flesh and blood. However, while the white death is a carnivore, its victims are usually sea animals such as seals. The great white shark resides in almost all warm coastal waters and in open sea as well. With its spindle-shaped body, pointed snout, several saw-like teeth, and absolutely huge size, it's a truly formidable and horrifying creature. The average size of these sharks is about 23 feet, but some can go up to about 26 feet as well. Despite being enormous, they can move at a speed of 35 miles per hour. Yikes! Lions are terrifying, right? Well, they got nothing on the great white sharks. They have 5 rows of teeth, and each one contains about 46 teeth. These creatures also have an incredibly strong bite, with a force of about 1.8 tons per square inch. That's around 10 times stronger than a lion's bite. Jeez. So if you ever come across a great white shark, you know what to do. Run for your life. Or swim. Doesn't matter, just get away. Although, if it really wants to eat you, we doubt you'll be able to escape. Number 9. Tiger sharks do not discriminate. The thing you need to know about tiger sharks is that they don't discriminate. They'll bite anything they come across. It doesn't matter if you're a whale or a human or even a dead little fish. If it spots you, it will try to bite you. They're also humongous. Their average size is around 16 feet, but species up to 24 feet have also been spotted. They're heavier than horses and can be easily identified by their tiger-like stripes. And like tigers, they're excellent hunters. Their eyesight is perfect and they have a highly developed sense of smell. They can also sense electromagnetic fields and spot their targets even if they're not trying to hide. And once they find them, they use their extremely sharp teeth with saw-like edges to quickly bite them and end their lives. Over the years, they've attacked 131 humans and caused 34 fatalities. Makes you feel super safe about going swimming, right? Number 8. Sluggish and shady sleeper sharks. The Pacific sleeper sharks are pretty slow. They can only move at speeds of about 5 miles per hour. But please do not underestimate them. They have a secret power. These gigantic sharks can exceed 20 feet in length and some of them weigh over 8,000 pounds. These look completely different to any other shark and their bodies are actually shaped like a torpedo. They're dark gray or black and this allows them to blend inside the deepest depths of the sea. These sharks are pretty low-key and while they're not fast at all, their secret weapon is stealth. They can creep up on you and end your life before you'll know what's happening. Their eyesight is poor, but they make up for it with an exceptional sixth sense that helps them detect very slight electromagnetic fields. They can spot a potential target by the beating of its heart or the movement of its diaphragm. The darker it is, the easier it is for these sharks to attack their prey. Yeah, they're kinda like Batman in that regard. Number 7. Bask in their glory. All basking sharks want is some peace and quiet. The basking shark is the second largest shark found today, but don't worry, they're basically the ocean's gentle giants. Their diets mostly consist of fish eggs, microscopic plankton, and other tiny organisms. They feed by filtering water, which is why their mouths are so massive. Adult basking sharks have 3-foot wide maws, and using these, they can filter about 1,800 tons of water in just 1 hour. So why are they called basking sharks? Well, it's because they like staying close to the surface, and people obviously assume they were basking in the sunlight and chilling out. Of course, the real reason they're actually close to the surface most of the time is because they can find more plankton here and stay well fed. Number 6. Got me walking side to side. Whale sharks are the largest sharks in the entire world, and they can be up to 40 feet long. Despite their name, they have absolutely nothing in common with whales. However, they're not really like your regular sharks either. The way they swim is pretty unique since they don't really use their tails. Instead, they just move around from side to side. The largest whale sharks can reach up to 46 feet long and weigh over 12 tons. They don't really pose any threat to human beings, and like the basking sharks, they mostly feed on tiny marine organisms. Apart from this, they also eat small fish, squid, and krill. Interestingly, whale sharks have around 3,000 tiny teeth, but they still don't need a dentist. Why? Because they never use these. Hey, now you know about some of the largest living sharks. But what about those ones who've gone extinct? Like the tiger sharks, we don't discriminate either. And now we're going to talk about some of the biggest sharks that don't really exist anymore. Number 5. Dinosaur hunters. Cretoxorina, or the Ginsu shark, roamed around the seas and oceans around 100 million years ago during the Cretaceous period. Despite this, they still look pretty similar to modern-day sharks. These predators weighed around 1,000 to 2,000 pounds, and some were as long as 25 feet. Their teeth were knife-like and incredibly sharp, hence the name Ginsu shark. They didn't just feed on fish and small animals, they'd also attack multiple dinosaurs such as Tylosaurus. Yeah, we know, difficult to imagine anything could hunt dinosaurs, right? Well, raise a glass to the Cretoxorina because they did exactly that. Number 4. Improvise, adapt, unfurl. Helicoprion was one of the biggest and most uncommon prehistoric sharks ever. It was also one of the weirdest. They were present on the Earth around 290 million years ago, and they got their name Helicoprion from the Greeks due to their spiral saw, referring to the highly unusual and striking coils of over 125 teeth lining their jaws. These coils would unfurl like a table saw to crush their prey, with a chopping motion. The Helicoprion is one of the most fascinating sharks ever, and it's a wonder why it hasn't been a part of more shark horror stories so far. Number 3. Cooler than folding phones. Picatus, which means folding teeth in Greek, were about 30 feet in height. They were found in the oceans around 90 to 60 million years ago. They weighed around 1,000 to 2,000 pounds, but they weren't really as threatening as they looked. These were different from any other sharks to ever exist because while they had large teeth, they were all flat. Because of this, Picatus was a bottom feeder and fed almost exclusively on shellfish and mollusks. See? Teeth are important. Maybe dentists really are real doctors after all. Number 2. Heavier than a Lexus. Otatus haven't really been alive on Earth in 45 to 60 million years, but their legacy will live on forever. These were about 30 feet in length and weighed about 4,000 pounds. For context, that's the weight of an average new car in the United States. They also had razor-sharp 4-inch long teeth that could bite through pretty much anything from a clamp to a turtle shell. They were quite ambitious and power-hungry, and preyed upon whales and other big fish. They got their name Otatus because of their teeth, which were actually shaped like ears. Number 1. Climate change versus the largest shark to ever exist. The Megalodon's reputation precedes itself, and deservedly so. These gigantic sharks were about 50 to 78 feet long and were the largest shark to ever live on planet Earth. These sharks could reach weights of around 100 tons, which is about 14 times heavier than a Tyrannosaurus rex. This massive shark was the neighborhood general of oceans about 26 to 2.3 million years ago. Even its teeth were about 7 inches long. As you can probably guess, Megalodon means large tooth. They terrorized some of the largest whales ever and dominated the ocean for a pretty long period of time. So if they were so powerful, why'd they go extinct? Around 2.6 million years ago, some environmental changes split predators and prey, and the entire ecosystem got damaged. Other predators emerged who snatched all the available prey, and there wasn't any food available for the Megalodon anymore. Please take care of the environment. If climate change can destroy the Megalodon, it can destroy us too. Alright, which of these giant sharks shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Trend Joint, and we'll see you in the next one.